Number 1. This 1948 Ford Anglia, currently listed at $63,000 in St. Paul, Minnesota, is far from an ordinary post-war economy car. What began life as a small British commuter has been transformed into a serious hot rod, blending classic English styling with modern American V8 performance. With only 500 miles since its rebuild and an extensive list of custom upgrades, this Anglia represents the type of unique street machine that instantly stands out at any car show or cruise night. Originally produced by Ford Motor Company through its British division, the Ford Anglia was designed as an affordable compact car for everyday transportation. In post-war England, these vehicles were known for their practicality and fuel efficiency rather than outright performance. However, decades later, hot rodders discovered that the lightweight body and compact dimensions made the Anglia an ideal platform for building high-performance custom cars. This particular example has undergone a dramatic transformation since being purchased in England and shipped to Arizona in 2002. Rather than restoring it to factory specifications, the builders chose to create a modern hot rod capable of delivering both show-quality presentation and exhilarating performance. At the heart of the build is a fuel-injected 331 cubic inch V8 engine. This power plant represents a massive upgrade over the small engine originally found in the Anglia. The addition of programmable electronic fuel injection provides improved reliability, easier starting, better throttle response, and greater overall drivability compared to traditional carbureted setups. The engine is paired with a manual transmission, giving the driver complete control over the power delivery. For enthusiasts who enjoy a more engaging driving experience, a manual gearbox adds an extra layer of excitement and connection between driver and machine. One of the most eye-catching features is the electronic tilt front end. Rather than opening a conventional hood, the entire front clip tilts forward electronically, exposing the engine bay in dramatic fashion. This feature not only provides excellent access for maintenance, but also creates a spectacular display whenever the vehicle is shown at events. The chassis and suspension have also received significant upgrades. Coilover suspension components improve ride quality and handling, while disc brakes provide modern stopping power that greatly exceeds the capabilities of the original setup. These modifications help ensure that the car performs as well as it looks. The narrowed rear end is another common hot rod modification, allowing wider tires to fit beneath the body while maintaining proper proportions. Speaking of tires, the inclusion of Mickey Thompson performance rubber immediately signals that this build was designed with performance in mind. These tires are well known in the hot rod and drag racing communities for their ability to handle substantial horsepower. Visually, the gray exterior gives the car a clean and purposeful appearance. Unlike some customs that rely on bright colors or extravagant graphics, this Anglia appears to let its engineering and proportions speak for themselves. The understated color allows observers to focus on the craftsmanship and unique design of the vehicle. What makes the Ford Anglia especially interesting is its place in hot rod history. During the 1960s and 1970s, Anglias became popular drag racing platforms due to their lightweight construction. Many racers discovered that installing large V8 engines into these small cars created incredibly quick machines capable of surprising much larger competitors. This build continues that tradition while incorporating modern technology and craftsmanship. In my opinion, this Anglia's greatest strength is its uniqueness. While classic Mustangs, Camaros, and Chevelles are seen regularly at automotive events, a professionally built 1948 Ford Anglia hot rod is something much rarer. It offers a combination of British heritage, American V8 power, and custom engineering that creates a vehicle unlike almost anything else on the road. The extensive modifications, low mileage since completion, fuel-injected engine, upgraded suspension, and electronic tilt front end suggest that this was not a budget build. It appears to be a carefully planned project designed to provide both performance and show-quality presentation. Overall, this 1948 Ford Anglia is an exceptional custom hot rod that successfully combines vintage charm with modern muscle. With its fuel-injected 331 V8, manual transmission, coilover suspension, disc brakes, Mickey Thompson tires, and innovative tilt front end, it delivers a unique driving experience, while remaining one of the most distinctive vehicles a collector could add to their garage. For enthusiasts seeking something beyond the ordinary, this Anglia offers a compelling blend of rarity, craftsmanship, and performance. Number 2. This 1938 Chevrolet Master Deluxe, currently listed at $15,900 and located in Belle Plaine, Minnesota, is an old-school hot rod that perfectly captures the spirit of traditional American cruising. With its classic pre-war styling, reliable inline-six power plant, custom touches, and authentic patina finish, this Chevrolet offers a vintage driving experience that stands apart from the heavily modified street rods often seen today. The 1938 Chevrolet Master Deluxe was introduced during a period when automotive design was rapidly evolving. Its rounded fenders, distinctive grille, flowing body lines, and integrated styling represented a major step forward from the boxier cars of the early 1930s. Today, these cars are appreciated for their timeless appearance and strong connection to the roots of American hot rodding. Finished in a gray exterior with a clean patina look, this Chevy embraces the growing trend of preserving character rather than covering it up with show-quality paint. The weathered appearance gives the car an authentic personality that many enthusiasts actively seek. Rather than looking over-restored, it tells a story through its appearance while maintaining a strong visual presence. Under the hood is a dependable inline six-cylinder engine, enhanced with a dual carburetor setup. Chevrolet's inline-six engines earned a reputation for durability, smooth operation, and simplicity. The addition of dual carburetors not only improves performance, but also gives the engine compartment a traditional hot rod appearance that enthusiasts appreciate. Power is delivered through a 4-speed manual transmission, offering a more engaging driving experience than an automatic. The combination of a responsive inline-six and manual gearbox creates the type of hands-on motoring experience that has become increasingly rare in modern vehicles. The seller notes that the electrical system has been updated, an important improvement for any vehicle approaching 90 years of age. Electrical upgrades can significantly improve reliability, lighting performance, and overall ease of ownership. Inside, the Chevrolet features a custom interior, providing improved comfort while still complementing the vehicle's vintage character. Additional details, such as the classic sun visor, contribute to the nostalgic appearance and reinforce the traditional hot rod theme. The vehicle also benefits from newer wheels and tires, improving both safety and drivability. These upgrades make the car more practical for regular cruising while maintaining its period-correct appearance. According to the seller, the car starts easily, runs strong, drives well, and stops as it should. These comments suggest a vehicle that has been maintained as a driver rather than simply stored away. The ability to get in and enjoy a classic immediately is often one of the most valuable features a vintage car can offer. One of the most telling parts of the description is the statement that it gets attention everywhere it goes. Cars like this often appeal to a wide audience because they blend classic styling, approachable modifications, and genuine character without appearing overly polished or intimidating. In my opinion, this is one of the best values I've seen recently among pre-war hot rods. At just $15,900, you're getting a running and driving 1938 Chevrolet with custom interior work, updated electricals, dual carburetors, newer wheels and tires, and an authentic old-school hot rod appearance. In today's market, it's becoming increasingly difficult to find a complete, turnkey pre-war classic at this price point. What makes this car especially appealing is that it doesn't try to be a six-figure show car. Instead, it embraces the traditional hot rod philosophy of building something fun, reliable, and enjoyable to drive. For many enthusiasts, that's exactly what makes a classic memorable. Overall, this 1938 Chevrolet Master Deluxe represents an affordable entry into the world of vintage American hot rods. With its distinctive styling, dependable inline-six engine, manual transmission, and charming patina finish, it offers a unique blend of history, personality, and usability. For anyone looking for a classic that can be driven, enjoyed, and admired without a massive financial investment, this Chevy deserves serious consideration. Number 3. This 1941 Chevrolet Business Coupe, currently listed at $12,000, is located in Owensboro, Kentucky. The 1941 Chevrolet Business Coupe is already a desirable classic thanks to its elegant pre-war styling. But this particular example takes a very different path from stock restoration. Instead of preserving the original drivetrain, this coupe has been transformed into a powerful street machine that combines vintage looks with serious V8 performance. Finished in black, the car carries the sleek and timeless appearance that made Chevrolet coupes of the early 1940s so popular among hot rod builders. The long hood, rounded fenders, and flowing body lines create a profile that still looks impressive more than 8 decades after it first rolled off the assembly line. What truly sets this Chevrolet apart is what's under the hood. Power comes from a 455 cubic inch Oldsmobile W30 engine, one of the most respected big block power plants of the muscle car era. Known for its strong torque and impressive horsepower potential, the 455 gives this lightweight coupe a level of performance that Chevrolet engineers in 1941 could hardly have imagined. Backing the engine is a turbo 400 automatic transmission equipped with a B&M shift kit. The TH400 is legendary for its strength and durability, making it a popular choice in high-performance street and drag racing applications. The addition of the shift kit provides firmer and quicker gear changes, enhancing both performance and driving excitement. The drivetrain upgrades continue with a Ford 9-inch rear end, widely regarded as one of the strongest and most reliable rear axle assemblies ever produced. Combined with the ladder bar rear suspension setup, the car is clearly built to handle the power of the Oldsmobile V8 while providing improved traction during acceleration. An aluminum radiator has also been installed to help manage engine temperatures and improve cooling efficiency, an important upgrade for a high-performance street rod powered by a large displacement engine. According to the listing, the vehicle has had just one owner and shows approximately 1,000 miles. While the exact details of the build history are not provided, the combination of components suggests a thoughtfully assembled hot rod designed for both performance and enjoyment. In my opinion, what makes this car particularly interesting is the value it offers. Finding a running and driving pre-war coupe with a big block engine, upgraded transmission, Ford 9-inch rear end, and performance suspension for this price is becoming increasingly rare. The drivetrain components alone represent a significant investment. Imagine firing up the massive 455 Oldsmobile V8 on a quiet evening. The deep exhaust note echoes through the neighborhood. The B&M equipped transmission snaps through the gears, and the lightweight Chevrolet coupe surges forward with effortless torque. It's the kind of driving experience that blends classic styling with old-school American muscle. At $12,000, this 1941 Chevrolet Business Coupe offers a remarkable combination of pre-war design, big block power, proven performance components, and hot rod character. In my opinion, this may be one of the more interesting bargains in the classic car market. While it may not be a Concours-level restoration, it delivers something many enthusiasts value even more: a unique, powerful, and affordable street rod that's ready to provide plenty of excitement on the road. Number 4. This 1947 Ford Coupe, currently listed at $23,500, is located in Moberly, Missouri. The years immediately following World War II produced some of the most iconic American automobiles ever built, and the 1947 Ford Coupe remains one of the most popular platforms among hot rod enthusiasts. With its rounded body lines, distinctive front grille, and timeless silhouette, the 47 Ford has been a favorite choice for custom builders for decades. This particular example takes that classic formula and transforms it into a custom cruiser designed for comfortable driving and attention-grabbing style. Finished in a striking purple exterior with a tan interior, this Ford has a personality all its own. It's the kind of car that stands out in a parking lot filled with more traditional colors. Under the hood is a 307 cubic inch Chevrolet V8 that has been bored .060 over, giving it additional displacement and performance potential. According to the seller, The engine has recently received several upgrades, including a new comp cam's camshaft, new timing chain and gears, a new starter, rebuilt Edelbrock carburetor, new rear main seal, new valve cover gaskets, and a fresh set of headers. These updates suggest that the mechanical side of the car has received significant attention, helping ensure reliability and strong performance. Rather than being built as a race car, the seller notes that the vehicle was designed specifically to be a cruiser, a car meant to be enjoyed on the open road. The custom touches continue throughout the vehicle. The roof has been lowered approximately 3.5 inches, creating a sleek chop-top appearance that gives the car a more aggressive hot rod stance. The hood has been modified and the door handles have been shaved, contributing to a cleaner and more streamlined exterior profile. One of the most unique details is the hand-painted striping completed by artist Rhodey from Centennial, Colorado. Hand-painted pinstriping is a traditional hot rod art form, and details like this add personality that simply can't be duplicated by factory production methods. The car rides on Budnick Saturn wheels wrapped in new Hankook 15-inch tires, providing a modern touch while maintaining the overall custom aesthetic. Additional features, such as undercarriage lighting, further enhance the car's show-ready appearance, especially during evening cruise nights and events. Imagine arriving at a local car gathering after sunset. The purple paint reflects the surrounding lights. The underglow illuminates the pavement beneath the car, and the rumble of the V8 draws attention from across the lot. It's the kind of custom build that invites people to stop, look closer, and ask questions. In my opinion, the strongest aspect of this Ford is its individuality. Many classic cars follow similar restoration formulas, but this coupe appears to have been built with a clear vision. From the chopped roof and shaved handles to the hand-painted stripes and custom wheels, it has a personality that separates it from the crowd. At $23,500, this 1947 Ford Coupe offers a substantial amount of custom work and mechanical upgrades for the price. Considering the cost of building a similar hot rod from scratch today, it could represent a compelling value for someone looking to step directly into the classic car hobby. In the end, this 1947 Ford is more than just a vintage automobile. It's a traditional American hot rod that combines classic styling, V8 performance, custom craftsmanship, and road trip-ready reliability into one eye-catching package. For enthusiasts who appreciate unique builds with real character, this Ford Coupe deserves a serious look. Number 5. This 1937 Ford Slantback Street Rod, currently listed at $17,500, is located in Marshall, Minnesota. Few classic cars represent the traditional American street rod culture quite like a 1937 Ford. With its distinctive sloping rear roofline and unmistakable pre-war styling, the Ford Slantback has remained a favorite among hot rod enthusiasts for decades. This particular example takes that timeless design and combines it with proven mechanical upgrades that make it far more enjoyable on modern roads. According to the seller, this 1937 Ford is powered by a GM 350 cubic inch V8 engine paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission. This combination has earned a reputation for reliability, affordability, and strong performance, making it one of the most popular drivetrain choices in the street rod community. The vehicle also features a GM rear end, a narrowed Nova front clip, a GM tilt steering column, and a custom aluminum radiator. These upgrades were designed to improve handling, comfort, cooling efficiency, and overall drivability compared to the original 1930 setup. Finished in blue with a matching blue interior, the car presents a clean and coordinated appearance. The seller also notes that the vehicle has a clean title, no significant problems, and only around 8,000 miles showing, making it an appealing option for someone looking for a ready-to-enjoy classic. One thing I really like about this build is that it appears to follow the traditional hot rod formula. Rather than adding excessive modern technology or over-the-top customization, the builder focused on proven components that have been trusted by enthusiasts for generations. Sometimes the best street rods are the simple ones that start every time, run strong, and can be driven anywhere. In my opinion, the slantback body style is also one of the most underrated Ford designs of the 1930s. While many collectors focus on coupes and roadsters, The slantback offers unique styling that stands out from the crowd, while still maintaining the classic Ford look everyone recognizes. At $17,500, this 1937 Ford Street Rod offers a combination of vintage styling, dependable V8 power, and practical upgrades that make it more enjoyable to drive in today's world. For anyone looking to enter the street rod hobby without spending a fortune, this Ford appears to be a solid opportunity. Whether cruising to a local car show, attending a weekend gathering, or simply enjoying a sunny afternoon drive, this 1937 Ford delivers the kind of classic American hot rod experience that never goes out of style. Number 6. This 1950 Pontiac Silver Streak, currently listed at $19,800 in Waukegan, Illinois, is a beautifully preserved example of post-war American automotive design. Featuring Pontiac's legendary straight-eight engine, fresh cosmetic restoration work, and an incredible one-family ownership history stretching back more than 7 decades. This classic sedan represents a rare opportunity to own a genuine piece of American motoring history. Built by Pontiac during a period when American automakers were rapidly expanding after World War II, the Silver Streak was one of Pontiac's most recognizable models. The name came from the distinctive chrome strips running down the hood, a styling feature that became synonymous with Pontiac during the 1940s and early 1950s. Looking at this car today, it's easy to understand why these Pontiacs attracted so much attention when they were new. The flowing fenders, substantial chrome trim, and elegant proportions create a sense of style and presence that modern automobiles rarely achieve. What makes this particular Silver Streak especially interesting is its remarkable ownership history. According to the seller, the car remained in the same family from new until last year. Finding a 76-year-old vehicle with such a long and continuous ownership story is becoming increasingly uncommon. Cars that stay within one family for generations often receive more consistent care and preservation than vehicles that pass through multiple owners. Adding to its appeal is its California heritage. The seller notes that the Pontiac spent its life in Chico, California, and reportedly has absolutely no rust. For collectors of vintage automobiles, rust-free examples are highly desirable because corrosion repair can be one of the most expensive and time-consuming aspects of classic car ownership. Under the hood sits one of the car's most fascinating features, Pontiac's famous straight-eight engine. Long before modern V8s dominated the American automotive landscape, straight-eight engines were considered smooth, refined, and prestigious. The long engine design produced exceptionally smooth power delivery, making these cars comfortable highway cruisers during their era. Unlike many classics that have received engine swaps over the years, this Pontiac appears to retain the character that made it unique when it was new. The straight-eight isn't just an engine. It's part of the car's identity and a reminder of a time when manufacturers pursued engineering solutions very different from those seen today. The automatic transmission further enhances the driving experience. During the early 1950s, automatic transmissions were still considered a premium feature, making driving easier and more relaxed. Combined with the smooth characteristics of a straight-eight, the result is a vehicle designed for effortless cruising. The seller reports that the car has received both new paint and a new interior. These updates help preserve the vehicle while maintaining its classic appearance. The off-white exterior gives the Pontiac an elegant and timeless presence, while the gray interior complements the overall design and contributes to the car's vintage charm. Perhaps even more important than the cosmetic improvements is the claim that the vehicle has been completely gone through mechanically. According to the seller, everything works as it should, and the car runs and drives great. For many collectors, a turnkey classic that can be driven immediately is far more appealing than a project requiring extensive repairs. The seller also emphasizes that this is a car that can be driven anywhere. That's an important distinction because many vehicles of this age are primarily trailer queens or garage displays. A classic that remains roadworthy and dependable provides a much more enjoyable ownership experience. In my opinion, the strongest aspect of this Pontiac is its authenticity. While heavily modified hot rods and restomods certainly have their place in the hobby, There is something special about a largely original style car that preserves the character of its era. The straight-eight engine, one family history, California origins, rust-free body, and fresh restoration work combined to create a vehicle that feels like a genuine time capsule from America's golden age of motoring. The asking price also appears reasonable considering the condition, rarity, and documented ownership story. Comparable rust-free, well-maintained post-war classics with strong provenance are becoming increasingly difficult to find. Overall, this 1950 Pontiac Silver Streak is a charming and highly desirable survivor that offers classic styling, historic significance, and proven drivability. With its legendary straight-eight engine, automatic transmission, rust-free California body, fresh interior, new paint, and decades-long family ownership history, it stands as a wonderful example of the craftsmanship and elegance that defined American automobiles in the early 1950s. Number 7. This 1936 Chrysler Imperial Airflow C10, currently listed at $28,000 and located in Richland Center, Wisconsin, is one of the most fascinating and historically important automobiles produced during the pre-war era. Unlike many classic cars that are remembered primarily for their styling or performance, the Airflow earned its place in automotive history because it introduced revolutionary engineering concepts that would influence car design for decades. For collectors seeking something truly unique, this Chrysler offers an opportunity to own a vehicle that was far ahead of its time. The Chrysler Airflow was introduced during a period when most automobiles still featured upright bodies, separate fenders, and traditional engineering. Chrysler took a completely different approach by investing heavily in aerodynamics, structural engineering, and weight distribution. The result was a vehicle that looked futuristic in 1936 and still appears distinctive nearly 90 years later. Many automotive historians consider the Airflow one of the first modern automobiles ever built. Finished in a tasteful gray exterior with a tan interior, this Imperial Airflow retains the elegant appearance expected from Chrysler's premium luxury lineup. The streamlined body, rounded fenders, integrated headlights, and flowing silhouette create a design unlike virtually any other American automobile of its era. Even among classic car enthusiasts, an Airflow attracts attention because so few people have ever seen one in person. One of the most attractive aspects of this example is its apparent originality. According to the seller, the vehicle remains largely original throughout, with the exception of an older repaint and routine mechanical maintenance. Originality is an increasingly valuable characteristic among collectors, especially for rare models such as the Airflow, where many surviving examples have undergone significant modifications or restorations. Mechanically, the car benefits from a rebuilt fuel pump and carburetor, helping ensure reliable operation while preserving the vehicle's authentic character. The seller reports that the car runs well and that virtually everything functions correctly, including gauges and accessories, with the sole exception of the clock. For a vehicle approaching 90 years of age, that level of functionality is impressive. Power is delivered through its original-style drivetrain paired with a manual transmission, allowing drivers to experience the automobile much as it would have been enjoyed when new. Unlike heavily modified classics, this Airflow provides an authentic pre-war driving experience that few vehicles can replicate. The seller describes both the body and frame as being in very good condition, an important consideration when evaluating any pre-war automobile. Structural integrity is often one of the most expensive areas to address during restoration, making a solid body and frame highly desirable. The only noted cosmetic concerns are 2 or 3 small areas where the paint has bubbled, which appear to be relatively minor imperfections rather than major issues. With approximately 92,000 miles, this Imperial Airflow appears to have been used and maintained rather than forgotten in storage. Cars that remain operational and complete after nearly a century often represent the best examples of long-term ownership and preservation. What truly sets this Chrysler apart is its rarity. Airflows were never produced in large numbers, and many were lost over the decades due to their unusual styling and the challenges associated with maintaining such advanced vehicles. As a result, surviving examples have become increasingly sought after by collectors who appreciate automotive innovation and historical significance. In my opinion, this is one of the most historically significant vehicles among all the classics you've shown. While many vintage cars attract buyers because of horsepower or flashy customizations, the airflow attracts attention because it changed the way automobiles were engineered. Finding a largely original, running, driving Imperial airflow in solid condition for $28,000 is becoming increasingly uncommon. For collectors who appreciate rarity and automotive history, this car offers far more than its asking price suggests. The combination of originality, rarity, solid condition, and historical importance makes this Chrysler particularly appealing to serious enthusiasts. It is the type of vehicle that stands out at any show, not because it is the fastest or most expensive car present, but because it represents a milestone in automotive development. Overall, this 1936 Chrysler Imperial Airflow C10 offers a unique blend of innovation, rarity, and preservation. It is a vehicle that appeals not only to classic car enthusiasts, but also to those who appreciate the evolution of automotive engineering. For someone seeking a conversation piece, a collectible investment, and a genuine piece of American automotive history, this Airflow deserves serious consideration. Number 8. This 1941 Ford Super Deluxe, currently listed at $10,000, is located in Oconto Falls, Wisconsin. The 1941 Ford Super Deluxe represents one of the final and most refined Ford designs before American automobile production was interrupted by World War II. Today, these cars are highly respected among collectors because they combine elegant pre-war styling, proven flathead V8 performance, and a driving experience that captures a unique period in automotive history. Finished in a beautiful blue exterior with a brown interior, this Super Deluxe presents as a clean and well-preserved example. The styling of the 1941 Ford is instantly recognizable, featuring a distinctive grille, streamlined fenders, and graceful body lines that helped establish Ford as one of America's most popular manufacturers during the era. Under the hood is the legendary Ford Flathead V8. This engine changed automotive history by bringing affordable V8 power to the masses and remains one of the most celebrated engines ever produced. Enthusiasts continue to admire the Flathead for its simplicity, reliability, and unmistakable sound. Paired with a manual transmission, this car offers the authentic driving experience that many collectors actively seek. A notable upgrade mentioned by the seller is the conversion to a 12-volt electrical system. This modification typically improves starting performance, charging efficiency, and overall reliability while making it easier to use modern electrical components. For many classic car owners, this is considered one of the most practical upgrades available. The seller describes the vehicle as driving well and being very clean both inside and out. That is an important statement because many pre-war cars can require extensive cosmetic or mechanical work. A clean, running, and driving example often represents significantly greater value than a cheaper project vehicle. One of the strongest aspects of this listing is its apparent originality. Unlike many early Ford models that have been converted into street rods or heavily modified hot rods, this Super Deluxe appears to retain its classic flathead-powered character. For collectors who appreciate authenticity and historical significance, that originality adds considerable appeal. Imagine cruising along a country road with the Flathead V8 humming through the gears, the classic dashboard in front of you, and the unmistakable presence of a genuine pre-war Ford surrounding you. It is a driving experience that modern vehicles simply cannot replicate. At just $10,000, this car stands out as one of the more affordable entries into the pre-war Ford market. Many comparable 1941 Ford coupes and sedans in similar running condition often command significantly higher prices, especially those equipped with the desirable Flathead V8. In my opinion, this may be one of the better values among the vehicles you've shown so far. It offers an iconic pre-war Ford design, the legendary Flathead V8, a desirable manual transmission, a useful 12-volt conversion, and what appears to be a very clean overall presentation. If the body, floors, frame, and mechanical condition match the seller's description, I would consider this a strong buy at $10,000. For a collector seeking a genuine pre-war American classic rather than a modified street rod, this 1941 Ford Super Deluxe appears to offer a lot of car for the money and has the potential to be both an enjoyable driver and a long-term collectible. Number 9. This 1950 Cadillac Fleetwood sedan, currently listed at $22,500, is located in Hamilton, Ohio. When discussing luxury automobiles of the early 1950s, few names carry the prestige and elegance of Cadillac. The 1950 Fleetwood was one of the finest examples of American luxury engineering at the time, representing an era when size, comfort, craftsmanship, and road presence were the ultimate measures of automotive excellence. Finished in a sophisticated black exterior with a gray interior, this Fleetwood embodies the kind of timeless styling that helped establish Cadillac as America's premier luxury brand. The long body, massive chrome accents, and stately proportions create an unmistakable presence that modern vehicles simply cannot replicate. According to the seller, this Cadillac has been restored and remains in excellent condition. While the listing is brief, the photos and description suggest a vehicle that has been carefully maintained and preserved. With approximately 14,000 miles showing on the odometer, it appears to be a classic that has been enjoyed sparingly while still being exercised enough to remain roadworthy. One of the most appealing aspects of 1950 Cadillac is the driving experience itself. These cars were built for effortless cruising, offering a smooth ride that was considered exceptional in their day. Behind the wheel, drivers are greeted by a commanding hood, elegant dashboard styling, and the feeling of piloting one of the most luxurious automobiles available in post-war America. The Fleetwood name has always represented the upper tier of Cadillac ownership. During this period, Fleetwood models were known for their premium appointments, refined craftsmanship, and attention to detail. Owning one was a symbol of success, and today these cars continue to carry that same sense of prestige. Imagine arriving at a classic car show in this black Cadillac. The sunlight reflects off the chrome trim. The long body glides into the parking area, and people immediately recognize that they're looking at a true luxury automobile from a golden era of American manufacturing. While many classic cars focus on performance, the Fleetwood's appeal comes from its elegance and sophistication. In my opinion, one of the strongest selling points of this car is its combination of rarity and usability. Many luxury cars from this era have either disappeared or require extensive restoration work. Finding a restored Fleetwood that is described as being in excellent condition can be increasingly difficult, especially at a price point that remains accessible compared to many high-end collector vehicles. At $22,500, this 1950 Cadillac Fleetwood offers an opportunity to own a genuine piece of American luxury history. Considering its restored condition, iconic styling, and the enduring reputation of the Cadillac brand, it presents a compelling option for collectors and enthusiasts alike. In the end, this 1950 Cadillac Fleetwood is more than just a classic sedan. It's a rolling reminder of a time when Cadillac set the standard for luxury in America, and it remains a vehicle capable of turning heads and sparking conversations wherever it goes. For anyone seeking a classic car that emphasizes elegance, comfort, and historical significance, this Fleetwood deserves serious consideration. Number 10. This 1944 Tudor, currently listed at $25,000, is located in Elwood, Indiana. The 1944 Tudor is widely considered one of the most iconic American automobiles ever built. Its graceful body lines, distinctive front grille, and balanced proportions have made it a favorite among collectors, restorers, and hot rod builders for generations. This particular example takes that legendary design and combines it with serious V8 power and modern upgrades, creating a classic cruiser that's built to be driven. Finished in a charcoal exterior with a striking red interior, this Tudor delivers the kind of visual contrast that immediately grabs attention. The dark exterior gives the car a sleek, aggressive appearance, while the red interior adds a touch of classic hot rod personality. Under the hood sits a massive Ford 460 cubic inch V8 engine, paired with a C6 automatic transmission. For those familiar with classic performance cars, the 460 is one of Ford's most respected big block engines. Known for its abundant torque and strong acceleration, it provides significantly more power than the original drivetrain ever could. Combined with the heavy-duty C6 transmission, this setup was built for reliability as well as performance. The rear of the vehicle is equipped with a Ford 9-inch rear end, another legendary component that has been a staple of high-performance builds for decades. Its strength and durability make it one of the most sought-after rear axle assemblies in the automotive world. To improve handling and safety, the car has been upgraded with front disc brakes and a rack and pinion steering system. These modifications dramatically improve the driving experience compared to the original 1940 setup, making the car more responsive and easier to control on modern roads. The seller also notes the installation of a new radiator and cooling fan. These upgrades are especially important in a big block powered street rod, helping maintain reliable operating temperatures even during warm weather cruising or extended highway driving. Inside, a new stereo system adds a modern touch, allowing the driver and passengers to enjoy contemporary audio while surrounded by classic styling. According to the seller, the vehicle runs great and carries a clean title. With only around 1,000 miles showing, this Ford appears to be a well-maintained custom build ready to be enjoyed immediately. In my opinion, what makes this Tudor especially appealing is the choice to keep everything Ford-powered. Many street rods rely on Chevrolet drivetrains, but this car stays loyal to the blue oval heritage with its 460 big block, C6 transmission, and Ford 9-inch rear end. That consistency gives the build a unique identity that many Ford enthusiasts will appreciate. At $25,000, this 1940 Ford Tudor offers timeless pre-war styling, big block V8 performance, and practical upgrades that make it far more enjoyable to drive than a stock example. It's the kind of classic that can turn heads at a car show while still being comfortable enough for weekend cruising. For enthusiasts seeking a powerful, well-sorted hot rod with unmistakable Ford character, this 1940 Tudor presents a compelling package that's ready for the road. Number 11. This 1933 Ford 3-window coupe custom, currently listed at $55,888 in Addison, Illinois, is a stunning example of a traditional hot rod blended with modern comfort and reliability. Combining one of the most iconic body styles in automotive history with a proven Chevrolet V8 drivetrain and numerous creature comforts, this custom coupe offers the best of both worlds: timeless styling and enjoyable everyday drivability. Produced by Ford Motor Company during the early years of hot rod culture, the 1933 Ford Coupe has long been considered one of the most desirable platforms for custom builders. The sleek roofline, flowing fenders, and aggressive stance made these cars favorites among enthusiasts for generations. Even today, the 1933 Ford remains one of the most recognizable and respected hot rod bodies ever created. This particular example captures that classic hot rod spirit, while incorporating upgrades that make it far more enjoyable to drive than its original factory counterpart. Under the hood sits a Chevrolet 350 cubic inch V8 engine, one of the most trusted and widely used performance engines in the automotive world. Known for its reliability, strong aftermarket support, and excellent balance of power and durability, the small block Chevy has powered countless street rods over the years. It's an engine that allows owners to spend more time enjoying their car and less time worrying about maintenance. Backing the V8 is an automatic transmission, creating a combination that delivers smooth acceleration and relaxed cruising. Whether navigating city streets, attending weekend car shows, or taking longer highway trips, this drivetrain setup offers dependable performance in nearly any situation. One of the standout features of this build is the inclusion of vintage air climate control. Many classic hot rods look fantastic, but can become uncomfortable during warm weather. The addition of air conditioning significantly improves the driving experience, making the car enjoyable even during the hottest summer months. The modern upgrades continue with power steering and power front disc brakes. These features dramatically improve maneuverability and stopping power compared to the original 1930s configuration. Together, They transform the driving experience into something far more confidence-inspiring and user-friendly. Inside, the custom beige interior provides a luxurious atmosphere that complements the blue exterior beautifully. The seller notes that the car includes power windows and even a power driver's seat, features rarely associated with traditional hot rods. These conveniences help elevate the vehicle from a simple custom build into a comfortable Grand Touring-style cruiser. The Kenwood sound system adds modern entertainment capability while allowing occupants to enjoy their favorite music during long drives. It's another example of how this build successfully merges vintage appearance with contemporary comfort. From a styling perspective, several custom touches help distinguish this coupe from ordinary street rods. Shaved door handles create a cleaner, more streamlined appearance by eliminating exterior hardware. Instead, the doors are operated using door poppers, a popular custom feature that contributes to the car's smooth, uninterrupted body lines. The blue exterior finish enhances the timeless shape of the three-window coupe. Combined with the beige interior, the color combination creates an elegant yet sporty appearance that feels both classic and sophisticated. Perhaps the most appealing aspect of this Ford is its balance. Some hot rods focus exclusively on appearance, while others prioritize performance at the expense of comfort. This coupe appears to strike a thoughtful middle ground by offering attractive styling, reliable power, modern convenience features, and practical drivability. In my opinion, the biggest strength of this vehicle is that it provides the iconic look of a traditional hot rod without the compromises often associated with older builds. The Chevrolet 350 V8, automatic transmission, air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, power windows, and upgraded interior make it a car that can be enjoyed regularly rather than only on special occasions. For enthusiasts who appreciate classic American hot rods but still want modern amenities, this Ford represents an appealing package. It delivers the unmistakable presence of a 1933 Ford coupe while offering the comfort and convenience expected from a much newer vehicle. Overall, this 1933 Ford three-window coupe custom is a beautifully executed street rod that successfully combines legendary styling with modern performance and comfort. With its Chevrolet 350 V8 automatic transmission, vintage air system, custom interior, and numerous power accessories, it stands as a highly desirable example of what a well-built modern hot rod can be. It is the type of car that attracts attention at every stoplight, earns admiration at every car show, and puts a smile on the driver's face every time the key is turned. Number 12. This 1948 Chevrolet Style Master, currently listed at $8,500 and located in Little Suamico, Wisconsin, is an affordable and honest post-war American classic that appears to have been maintained as a driver rather than treated as a showpiece. For enthusiasts looking for a vintage Chevrolet they can enjoy immediately without spending a fortune, this Style Master presents a compelling opportunity. The 1948 model year marked the final evolution of Chevrolet's pre-1949 body design before the company introduced its completely redesigned Fleetline and Styline models. As a result, the 1948 Style Master represents the end of an important chapter in Chevrolet history. Its rounded fenders, upright grille, and traditional proportions embody the classic American automobile design that defined the late 1940s. Finished in black with an orange interior, this Chevrolet has the kind of personality that many enthusiasts appreciate. It is not presented as a freshly restored trailer queen, but rather as a vintage driver that has been enjoyed and maintained over the years. The seller openly discusses the vehicle's cosmetic imperfections, which often indicates an honest listing and realistic ownership expectations. Power comes from a 235 cubic inch Chevrolet inline-six engine, one of the most respected six-cylinder engines of its era. Known for durability, simplicity, and smooth operation, the 235 has powered countless Chevrolet vehicles for decades. Paired with the traditional 3-speed manual transmission on the column, 3 on the tree, the car offers an authentic period-correct driving experience that many collectors seek. One of the strongest selling points of this Style Master is its documented reliability. According to the seller, The car has regularly been used as a daily driver during good weather and was sometimes driven to work for months at a time. That kind of real-world usage says a great deal about the vehicle's dependability. The mechanical systems have reportedly received significant attention. The brake system has been rebuilt, the fuel system has been serviced, and the engine has been tuned with valve adjustments completed. These are important maintenance items on any classic vehicle and suggest that the car has been cared for rather than neglected. The seller notes that some paint areas were touched up using original-style alkyd enamel paint. Because this type of paint requires an extended curing period, the finish has not yet been fully buffed and detailed. Photos reportedly show how the paint appears after buffing, and the seller plans to update the listing once additional detailing is completed. Inside, the interior is described as somewhat dirty due to the seller's children using the vehicle as a place to play and spend time. While humorous, this detail actually reinforces the impression that the car is part of everyday life rather than neglected project or neglected storage find. With approximately 44,262 miles shown, the vehicle appears to be a complete, running, and driving example that can be enjoyed immediately. The seller repeatedly emphasizes that it starts, runs, and drives well, which is often the most important factor when shopping for an affordable classic. In my opinion, this is one of the better bargains among the post-war cars you've posted. At only $8,500, you're getting a complete, running, driving 1948 Chevrolet with a desirable 235 inline-six, rebuilt brakes, service fuel system, and proven road reliability. Many project cars cost nearly this much before any repairs begin. What makes this car attractive is its honesty. The seller is not claiming a show-quality restoration or museum-level originality. Instead, he is offering a dependable classic that has been driven, maintained, and enjoyed. For many buyers, that's actually more appealing than an over-restored vehicle that is too valuable to use regularly. Overall, this 1948 Chevrolet Style Master represents an affordable entry into classic car ownership. With its dependable inline-six engine, manual transmission, mechanical updates, and proven usability, it offers vintage charm without the high cost often associated with collector vehicles. Number 13. This 1947 Chrysler Windsor Deluxe Business Coupe, currently carrying a certified appraised value of $14,000, is located in Liberty, Missouri. Unlike a standard classified listing, this vehicle is being offered through auction, meaning the final selling price will ultimately be determined by the highest bidder rather than a fixed asking price. The years immediately following World War II marked a fascinating period in American automotive history, and the 1947 Chrysler Windsor is an excellent example of that era. Chrysler had resumed civilian production after the war using designs developed before the conflict, resulting in cars that combined elegant pre-war styling with Chrysler's reputation for engineering excellence and durability. This particular Windsor is the desirable two-door business coupe variant, a body style that is significantly less common than the standard four-door sedan. Business coupes were originally designed for traveling salesmen and featured an enlarged storage area behind the front seat rather than a conventional rear passenger compartment. Today, that unique configuration makes them especially appealing to collectors looking for something different from the typical post-war classic. Power comes from Chrysler's respected 250 cubic inch L-head inline-six engine. These engines earned a reputation for smoothness, longevity, and reliability. While not designed for high performance, they were known for delivering dependable service and effortless cruising. Paired with Chrysler's innovative fluid drive system and 3-speed manual transmission, the driving experience is distinctly different from other vehicles of the period. Fluid drive was one of Chrysler's most advanced technologies at the time. It allowed drivers to come to a stop without necessarily depressing the clutch, creating a smoother and more relaxed driving experience. While it is not a fully automatic transmission, it was a significant step toward the automatic transmissions that would dominate the industry in later decades. According to the listing, the vehicle retains many of its original features, including chrome bumpers with guards, deluxe trim moldings, scripted hubcaps, wide white wall tires, factory radio, clock, heater, mirrors, and grille components. Originality is a major factor in the collector market, and surviving examples that maintain their factory character are often more desirable than heavily modified vehicles. The certified appraisal completed in May 2025 assigned the car an overall Grade 3 condition, commonly classified as good. The appraisal reportedly rated the glass, drivetrain, interior, and engine as very good, while the body, paint, chrome, and wheels were evaluated as good. This suggests a solid, presentable driver-quality classic rather than a concours-level restoration. One particularly attractive feature is the relatively low indicated mileage of 33,755 miles. While actual mileage verification on vehicles of this age can be difficult, the figure does contribute to the car's overall appeal. In my opinion, the most interesting aspect of this Chrysler is its originality. Many post-war vehicles have been converted into street rods or extensively modified over the decades. This Windsor appears to have survived largely intact, preserving the authentic driving experience and appearance that made Chrysler a premium American brand in the late 1940s. Imagine arriving at a classic car gathering in a vehicle that many enthusiasts have never seen in person. While Fords and Chevrolets often dominate local shows, a Chrysler Windsor Business Coupe tends to attract attention precisely because of its rarity and distinctive design. The long hood, elegant proportions, and unique business coupe configuration help set it apart from more common classics. At the appraised value of $14,000, this car appears reasonably positioned within today's collector market. However, because it is being sold through auction, the final result could vary significantly depending on bidder interest and overall demand for original post-war Chrysler automobiles. In my opinion, this 1947 Chrysler Windsor Business Coupe is a hidden gem among post-war American classics. It may not generate the excitement of a muscle car or a high-powered street rod, but offers something equally valuable: originality, rarity, historical significance, and a driving experience that reflects a unique chapter in American automotive history. For collectors who appreciate authentic survivor-style classics, this Windsor could represent an excellent opportunity. Number 14. This 1948 Chrysler Windsor, currently listed at $4,500, is located in Fargo, North Dakota. The late 1940s marked an important transition period for the American automotive industry. As manufacturers emerged from the restrictions of World War II, they began producing stylish and comfortable automobiles for a rapidly growing market. The 1948 Chrysler Windsor is a perfect example of that era, combining elegant pre-war-inspired styling with the reliability and engineering that Chrysler had become known for. Finished in a rich burgundy exterior, this Windsor carries the distinctive look that made Chrysler vehicles stand out in the post-war years. The flowing fenders, wide grille, and substantial body proportions give the car a commanding presence that remains impressive nearly 80 years later. Unlike many modern vehicles that blend together in traffic, a 1948 Chrysler immediately attracts attention. Whether parked at a local cruise night or driving through town, it's the kind of automobile that sparks conversations and memories from a bygone era. The seller indicates that the vehicle shows approximately 85,000 miles, although the actual mileage is uncertain. The car has reportedly had multiple owners over the years, which is not uncommon for a vehicle of this age. In many ways, every owner becomes a caretaker, helping preserve a piece of automotive history for the next generation. While the listing does not provide extensive mechanical details, the affordable asking price makes this Chrysler particularly intriguing. Finding a complete late 1940s American classic for under $5,000 has become increasingly uncommon in today's collector car market. Imagine taking this Windsor out for a weekend drive. The long hood stretches out in front of you. The classic dashboard surrounds the cabin, and every mile feels like a journey back to post-war America. These older Chryslers were built during a time when comfort and durability were prioritized, creating a driving experience that's completely different from today's cars. In my opinion, the biggest attraction here is the value. At just $4,500, this Chrysler could be an excellent entry point for someone interested in classic car ownership. Even if it requires some additional attention or cosmetic improvements, the price leaves room in the budget for future upgrades and personalization. Another thing I like about this car is its rarity. While Fords and Chevrolets from this era often receive most of the attention, Chrysler products are less commonly seen at shows and events. Owning something different can often be more rewarding than owning the same vehicle everyone else has. At the end of the day, this 1948 Chrysler Windsor may not be the most expensive classic on the market, but it offers something many modern vehicles cannot: character, history, and a genuine connection to America's automotive past. For collectors looking for an affordable vintage cruiser with timeless styling, this Windsor could be a hidden gem worth investigating. Number 15. This 1946 Chevrolet Fleetmaster, currently listed at $1,500, is located in Becker, Minnesota. The 1946 Chevrolet Fleetmaster represents one of the first post-war designs from Chevrolet, built during a time when the automotive industry was transitioning back into civilian production after World War II. Its rounded body lines, simple mechanical layout, and classic proportions make it a recognizable piece of mid-1940s American automotive history. This particular example is being offered as a running project vehicle with both vintage charm and mechanical quirks that reflect its age. Under the hood sits a 216.5 cubic inch inline-six engine paired with a traditional 3-speed manual transmission on the column, commonly known as 3 on the tree. This drivetrain was standard for Chevrolet during the era and is known for its simplicity and durability. According to the seller, the engine will run when fuel is delivered directly to the carburetor, and a small carburetor rebuild kit is included with the sale. The vehicle also features a hand crank start system, which is a rare and nostalgic feature that highlights just how closely this car connects to earlier automotive engineering practices. However, the car is not currently road ready. The brake pedal is reported to go to the floor, indicating that the braking system will require inspection and repair before the vehicle can be safely driven. This is a common issue in long-stored classics and would be an important first step for any restoration or revival effort. The body is described as generally solid for its age, with some rust present in the driver's floor and rocker panels. Despite these issues, the seller notes that the car remains relatively clean compared to many vehicles from the same era, especially considering it is nearly 80 years old. One of the positives of this listing is that all glass is intact and trim pieces are included inside the vehicle. These components can often be difficult or expensive to source separately, so their inclusion adds value for anyone planning a restoration. The car also comes with a clean title from the previous owner, which helps simplify the transfer process and avoids one of the most common complications found in older project vehicles. In my opinion, what makes this Fleetmaster interesting is its honesty. It is not presented as a show car or a restored classic. It is a true survivor with mechanical issues, rust in expected areas, and a drivetrain that still reflects its original era. At the same time, it is complete enough that a dedicated enthusiast could realistically bring it back to life. At $1,500, this 1946 Chevrolet Fleetmaster offers an affordable entry point into post-war classic car ownership. It is not a turnkey cruiser, but rather a foundation for someone who enjoys mechanical work, restoration projects, or simply preserving a piece of American automotive history. For the right buyer, this Chevrolet represents both a challenge and an opportunity, a vintage sedan with character, history, and room for revival.